Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We just saw LDLC take on Virtus Pro. Now, if you're interested in seeing some more great CSGO action and even some of the up-and-coming teams, this weekend saw Splice winning the ESL Premier League by beating Enigma 6 2-0 and managed to claim their spot in the ESL Pro League for NA. This team is now also invited to the ESEA Season 24 Global Challenge alongside Enigma 6 and B's Money crew. In the meantime, over in the European League, the quarterfinals are currently underway to see what teams will be going into the ESL Pro League next season. With German hopefuls BIG have left the online season with 13 wins. They're closely followed by Rogue and Epsilon. The Mountain Dew League is giving these teams a direct path into the ESL Pro League. If you want to find out more, head over to esea.net/MDL for more information on how exactly it all works. And now, we just saw Inferno, and Rush has got a hot smoke prep for us on that particular map.
Hey Future Pros, today we travel to Inferno to give you a hot smoke. This smoke will land in Arch. You are visible to mid when throwing the smoke, so make sure you already have mid control before lining it up. To do the smoke, get in front of this broom. Then aim to this window and move your crosshair up to the highlighted area and then throw. This will block off anyone playing in or outside of Arch, but be careful as they might try to re-peek from Library.
Yes, that was a very, very hot smoke. Yeah, that was good stuff. Still got more good stuff coming your way here at ESL Pro League. It's going to be Fnatic taking on Heroic next. Fnatic, the legends, we're no strangers to them. Numerous tournament wins, and now they're starting to look back to themselves. And then on the other hand, you got Heroic, the third best team in Denmark, who's causing upsets left and right.
Are they going to Copenhagen Games?
Are they? I don't know. I heard Energy. Energy apparently is going to Copenhagen
really?
Games. Yeah, yeah. Huh. Daps just tweeted that out.
It's kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't think they are. Wasn't there a big thing about like no Danish team, like the bigger Danish teams were going? Yeah. So maybe they're not going there. I'm not 100% sure though, but yeah, it'd be kind of weird without them. It is surely quite close to them.
I know that Valdi and Snappy went on a holiday together somewhere.
Oh, that's quite nice.
They had the week off. They went somewhere sunny.
Lovely.
Yeah, I'm not sure where exactly.
Well, because we look at like Heroic's
providing
games,
in-depth analysis of
like Heroic haven't been particularly anywhere recently, right? It's like they did Katowice and then Pro League pretty much, and maybe a couple of other online events. So
unless you're like in the top 10 consistently, or you're one of the big names, you know, it's hard to constantly get invites to events, or you know, always qualify because it's so highly contested. But these guys, you know, they've impressed ever since I think it was summer last year, where they came off the player break, or that break that we had, and these guys had cracked through it and they came out on fire. They were quite a decent team, and they've been stable, even though they've had quite a few roster changes. You know, we see Nico on the team, we see Yugi in the team. These guys are actually becoming some of the stars. Yeah, well, I mean, they had a lot of hype around them back when Glaive was on the team, right? And then Glaive goes to Astralis, obviously. So that was where some hype kind of died. But yeah, I mean, this is just the Danish scene having so much depth to it. They just keep picking people up.
Yeah, and I think if you look at them currently in the Pro League, you probably wouldn't expect... you got to look into the results that they've had, right? They're not sitting in the best position, but they've lost out to North, of course, Astralis, and then Hellraisers. Now, you kind of expect the North and Astralis results to a degree. You know, it's the Danish derby and all that jazz, whatever you want to look at it like. But this is when Hellraisers were on that weird, like, okay, they're starting to be good and no one understood why. And now it's like, oh, they actually stabilized, converted it at the Starlander event. So Heroic haven't had easy games recently. I wouldn't say this is going to be an easy one. This is Fnatic's most played map either as well. So it's not going to be easy at all. Yeah, this is going to be tough because, I mean, especially obviously the names on this Fnatic thing just jump off the screen at you. And we saw from Starladder, Olaf starting to get back into it, JW starting to get back into it, Crims is certainly back into it. Now 2 tournaments in a row where he's looked great. One like quietest player on the team is almost Flusha, which is pretty interesting to say because he's always been pretty consistent with his LAN performances. But this Fnatic roster, I mean, with the level they're improving at, are they close to getting it back to where they used to be?
They're definitely on the right path, right? I think everyone else around them has gotten better, and the brand of Counter-Strike that's being played doesn't lend to their strengths. You know, where the meta's at from the SK, the Astralis, maybe even the VPs. So they're kind of going through that learning curve at the moment of bringing more structure into their gameplay. And I think the more we see that, you're actually going to see the players develop and be more consistent, it being the star performance. Because in the past, it was just run around, headshot things, use good communication, and that fantastic chemistry they had to quickly close in and win rounds. Now it's, okay, we need a bit of structure, we need to have some set strategies. We've got Jumpy behind us, you know, helping with the in-game leading side of things, because no one's a natural in-game leader in that team. And they're definitely on the right path to be a dominant squad again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it.
Cool.
Good stuff, Chad.
Are they ready yet?
Wrap it up. We'll see you guys later. Yeah, no, I mean, we saw this. It's actually kind of interesting because Train is a map that, like I think it was Lauren just said that this is a map that they like to play frequently. Yeah. This is starting to become popular. The old Fnatic, like this was all on Olofmeister. They weren't particularly strong on this, so it actually is kind of funny seeing them incorporate this a little bit more. Just in case you guys were all wondering, Train is going to be the first map that these two teams play on.
I think they did the flyover.
Yeah.
So hopefully people at home are watching. And
listen, we're all working ourselves back into shape.
Maybe
we're all getting there.
Maybe, you know, they're doing audio only. They're listening to us on driving home.
Yeah.
You know,
you have to do the thing you used to count down so you could sync it up properly as well.
That was a long time ago.
That was a very long time ago, yeah.
I'm old.
That was like from
you
the...
can tell.
That was from like the Winamp radio.
Yeah, exactly.
A weird thing with Fnatic, especially in this map that I see, is they don't seem to like... The way that they peek corners is they kind of assume no one's there and they get punished by AWPers, especially at Ivy.
Okay.
I don't think they flash properly for it, or they're not expecting an AWPer to re-peek or something like that, which could be difficult when you have players like Nico and Yugi. Nico, when this guy first joined the team, I thought he was going to be an AWPer for some reason. I was completely wrong.
Yep.
I don't know. I'd never heard of the guy before.
He looks like an AWPer.
He seems like an AWPer.
That's an AWPer's name, isn't it? Yeah, that's definitely an AWPer's name.
But Yugi, you know, like he's a player who's not afraid to re-peek and go for those crazy plays, and I think you can get punished, especially at Ivy, if you're not throwing the correct pop flashes and stuff. Because there's that weird thing where you throw the early utility, you force them off the line, and then as you're creeping up, checking the angles, that AWPer sometimes sneaks his way back in. I think Fnatic can get picked off in those instances. The same thing with like low ramp, the AWPer picking up there. I don't think they pop flash for each other properly, or I haven't seen them. I've seen them get punished by that in the past, maybe against different teams, maybe under different circumstances, but that's just something that I noted. So it'd be interesting to see if they fixed that kind of approach.
Saying they're a little lackadaisical at times.
Yeah, well, they just normally go and shoot people in the head, right? But sometimes you do need those flashbangs to assist.
And I'm actually going to look a little bit towards how Flusher plays this on the CT side specifically. You know, he's actually very good at playing that B side on his own on occasion. And we've seen the games where he's had poorer in-game performances. The team suffered because they don't have that rock holding it down anymore. It's something they have to actively consider. And Olofmeister had to pull himself over, started to play a little bit more aggressively towards the brown hole. So and if you're heroic, what else have you got? Like obviously they've got other things going on, but you have time. Your main thing you play is Pro League, so you can put time into actually watching over how Fnatic plays. You can put into a little bit more hours individually into it as well, so you can maybe get that into your head. And hopefully we get to see a good game between them, because this is a great map for heroic as well. This is one that they've had great results on in the past. So if there's any time, it's now. They actually have a decent map pool to play in this.
You got something?
I was going to say that to build on Lauren's point about the way Flusher holds inside, that's a thing that they can counter because Flusher is very passive in that regard. You know, they like to play retake. We've touched on this many times. That Fnatic could just have that uncanny ability to do those inside retakes. But you can exploit that. If you know that they're going to be, letting you have that area, first of all, you can either like take the site and then save a lot of utility because you don't need a lot to take the site. One smoke and maybe a couple of flashes just so you don't get picked off. Get that bomb down, get a couple of players back in brown walls and just start expending all of your utility to keep them back. That's one approach to it. Or pushing right up, knowing they're going to be passive and then get late flashes and that kind of stuff to get them while they're setting up for that retake. So it's just something to look out for.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're heroic, you still got to be careful.
I think I just broke the chair.
Okay.
Been eating some snacks.
I did just break the chair.
It's a little bit more wobbly,
how bad is it? Are you
going
to topple over?
No, I'm okay for now.
If we nudge it, do you reckon it would go?
Kick it as hard as you can.
I don't think that's fair. There's no point in this. But no, Fnatic still like that kind of like pick style on their T-sides, right? They're super aggressive. They still like to play like it. Oh, Christ. Don't lean towards me.
Think of the GIF that would come from that if you just like...
GIF?
Is it GIF? I'm pretty sure it's GIF.
Whatever.
GIF?
Why are we still having this debate?
Why are you still getting it wrong?
Who cares? You all know what I meant.
Hey, Lauren, how do you say that sports brand? Starts with an A.
Adidas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Sweet.
So what are we waiting on right now? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I can't get in the GoTV.
I'm waiting for Chad to fall off the chair.
It's
waiting
the top
for that
part of the
entire
chair.
situation to just topple over. That'd be good.
This is really bad. It's come undone. What do you think about Heroic, Jason? Where do you think they're going to end up? Do you think they're the kind of team that's going to be stable within... I'd say they're in the top 15, wouldn't you?
Yeah, they're probably.
Do you see any development, coming out of these guys, them getting further up the rankings, or do you think they're just going to end up being a feeder team when North or Australis need a new player?
I think they'll hover closer to feeder team. The issue is I can't see Australis or North making any kind of roster changes anytime soon. I think the only real chance, obviously, that Heroic has of climbing the ranks and increasing that ceiling is someone like Yugi has to develop very nicely. They have to have some kind of individual spike, and I think Yugi is the likeliest candidate as we see him kind of develop. So I mean, it all depends from there, right? And the good thing is they have a good end game leader who's bringing some good structure. They have a good end game leader who has them playing the right way. And that's going to help accelerate that kind of a process.
Okay. Good one. See how I did there? I turned the tables.
Oh,
yeah. I don't like having you on a desk when you do that. This is my relaxation period. I'm usually in your seat. Let me just chill. Let me ask the questions.
Yeah. You don't like being put on the spot? No.
I like a break from time to time.
I enjoy how conversational the desk is with Jason.
Are you saying you don't miss Alex?
No, of course I miss Alex.
We all miss Alex.
It's me.
Matt does not miss
Matt
Challenge.
doesn't.
Yeah, well,
but
Matt needs his bubble bath, so
listen,
fine, all right.
let's stay away from that conversation. That one doesn't need to happen.
This is when Alex WhatsApp me going, why have you done this again? Why is this back around? I need another break.
So, yeah, just to give everyone an update, so it's not
We're waiting for players to
three
join the
idiots
server.
sitting on a desk talking about nothing.
Yeah.
There are only 4 Heroic players currently in the server, and only 2 from Fnatic. So there's a bit of a hold-up.
It's not us.
Get Twitter
It
out.
isn't us.
Just start tweeting at these guys.
Yeah?
We might be early, might be ahead of schedule.
Are we?
Oh, let's not push it.
It's 9:20.
Probably not. Yeah.
What could we talk about? Let's talk about CSGO in China.
CSGO in China. That's actually not bad.
That's a good one.
No, here's the difficulty of it because we've had a lot of misinformation
Multiple
going around. We have a lot.
reports,
Yeah, we have a lot of different issues going on. They just had what was it? A press conference? Was that yesterday? This morning?
Yeah, Perfect World, I believe.
Yeah, Perfect World announced some things about Counter-Strike coming to China. It's been a big topic of debate and speculation.
Yeah, I am one who's definitely all for this because it has to happen. And I think what it'll do is potentially unlock the Southeast Asian and then Oceanic regions. I think if we can get a stable league, even if it is this Chinese league, I hope it's not China exclusive. I hope that other teams could get involved. And then you're going to see more sponsors get involved in the region as a whole. More money in that region means it's going to be able to develop a lot better. You can even start pulling in teams from, I guess, the Middle East. That's relatively close when you're talking about the scheme of the world. And have that as the region for the others. I call the North American region, the others. Because at the moment, we've got the Australian teams there, we've got the New Zealand team there. We've got three
essentially
Brazilian teams.
the region that kind of brings everyone else in just when, because, Australia doesn't have a thriving enough scene to have their own pro league, and neither does Brazil. But put them all together.
Yeah, there's a couple ignorant people.
Bring me, you're tired, you're sick, you're poor.
But this is the thing, right? People on Reddit don't quite understand that the reason that teams from Australia and New Zealand and other parts of the world have to go to North America to compete in these leagues is we can't have a professional scene in our own backyard.
Yeah.
We don't have the sponsorship budgets. We don't have the kind of money, that other people are looking at. It's not considered a possibility to be I guess it is to be a profession, but it's not considered in the same way as we're at in Europe right now, as we are in North America. So it's difficult for regions like Australia to really cope with that.
And even turning it to, I hate to say it, League of Legends, right?
God bless.
Now, the Korean scene was known for having the best teams, the best players. The Chinese scene was certainly not far away, but the Korean players, eventually, a couple of them went over to the Chinese scene just because they paid so well. It's such a thriving scene for esports. Once it got established and kind of blew up out there, it was kind of insane. The numbers that were thrown around, I think it was Faker got asked, a quote of this obscene number for signing contracts.
Millions.
So it'd be, it's not a bad thing. And the anti-cheat approach that's been theorized out there, if you attach it to almost the social ID number.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
That is
That's
really cool.
insane.
Yeah. You actually get hurt on your credit score.
I'm pretty sure in Korea, right, it's already like that because with League of Legends, when teams go over there to boot camp, you have to be a resident to sign up, and that's the issue that teams have going over to boot camp over there. Even with certain accounts, I assume Facebook and stuff like that, you have to do the same thing. So if you're slandering someone on the internet over in Korea, you can actually be sued and stuff for it because it's all tied to you. It's crazy in a good way. I like it. Let's make the internet an accountable place.
now we're starting to tread into dangerous waters.
Okay, let's not do that.
Let's not do that.
Point.
That's certainly there's a lot of truth to that. The Chinese region unlocking that is going to be huge for all of Counter-Strike, and obviously, we've seen what Asian teams can do in other games.
Apparently, there's 128 servers as well.
Yeah, I think
that's specialized
real?
community servers. So matchmatching is still 64 tick, but there's additional servers.
Good. I'm glad everyone suffers the same.
Well, here's the thing though, right?
All right, Lauren.
in the presentation, there was things coming up on the screen about the Source 2 engine and things like that. But we already heard that they were going to do the new UI at some point, right? for the game. Hopefully, like that coincides.
Didn't you theorize and just tweet about it and get on the front page of Reddit?
No, it was on. It was in an AMA they had with Gabe. They did an AMA with Gabe, and he was like talking about a new UI. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm
but if that happens with the release of it in China, like we get it at the same time, that'd be pretty cool. Because like everybody wants an update, right? Like there's so many cool things that we know Valve can do, and it's not that they're lazy by any
stun
means.
Guns.
No, but like
tethering.
Imagine like just a new UI. It's nothing like it's nothing going to change the game, but just it's going to be sick. It might bring in new players.
Imagine weapons being balanced.
All right, guys.
Is it too far? Did I
trying
ask
to be
too much?
positive about my best friends at Valve.
They don't care about you. They never have, Chad.
She's so jaded. She's so jaded. I don't know what Matt said. Something about a childhood.
Yeah.
Let's stay away from that one, shall we?
Let's stay away from childhood.
Yeah, so I guess Lauren wants to transition this into the conversation about UMPs. Jason, you made a very interesting tweet while we were...
some spicy stats.
Actually, while I was snowboarding.
Paying attention to my Twitter feed on while you're snowboarding.
Who doesn't?
I can't get off the Twitter. I'm addicted. Follow me, @Sponge, SPUNJ. No, but
what's happened to you?
What was the impact like? Because I didn't actually get to see a lot of the event. Like I said, I was away.
It's just most of what we're seeing online. I mean, the issue now is that many...
It was a LAN event.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same kind of stuff. It's just, you know, the gun's like super cheap with the UMP, obviously. The kill reward is doubled, so it's 600. So it's just, we've essentially gotten to the point where between pistols and between the UMP, the economy of this game, which has always been like the unique feature for a shooter that's made it so compelling as a competitive game, just doesn't really matter all that much anymore. I mean, what was the series? It was FaZe versus G2? No. FaZe's quarterfinal matchup with someone, I believe it was, or semi-matchup.
Jason, I don't want to take this away from you, mate, but the players are ready to start.
Oh, we can come back to
I haven't
this.
gotten the word yet.
Oh, well, I got the word.
Oh, I just okay, that's brilliant.
I'm going to throw it on over. Let's see the impact of the UMP in this game.
That was awful.
It was indeed FaZe. It was indeed a quarterfinal, and oddly enough, I don't remember who it was either, even though we casted it.
Yeah, I didn't really hear the question. What were we talking about?
The round with all the pistols, the game with all the pistols.
All of the pistols, all right.
All of the pistols.
Well,
G2,
we'll look into it. I'll get it ready for the next segment.
It was G2.
Yeah.
It was G2.
Cool.
It was G2.
Well, we're not watching G2
And it was
today.
G2 that lost all their pistols and still had all the gun wins. That's who it was.
Cool. Yeah, you're right. There. Well, they'll prepare that for the next segment. They have it all ready to go. It'll be much tighter, I think.
Yeah, it's
but
true.
It's Heroic versus Fnatic. Heroic, we haven't seen them in a while since Katowice, where they had that deep run, of course, got to the semi-finals.
Yep.
Albeit through the round-robin format. It's a little bit difficult to gauge what that actually means for them going forward as a top team, you know?
It's true.
But still very impressive to see them, a team like that make it and top their group at an event like that. That was quite awesome. So going up against Fnatic as well, I do feel like Fnatic are blown out the water here. Fnatic now getting back to their old former selves, you know, like actually showing that the Olofmeister can actually frag at a top level once again. JW's look great. Dennis has always been good. He hasn't really dropped off at all, to be fair. I don't think he has either. But Flusher, this is one of his more stable maps, but he has been relatively quiet for them in terms of what we're used to seeing from him. But let's see what Heroic can bring to the table here. T-side for Fnatic. 4 sets of armor. And Flusher, he's got the smoke grenade. Looks like the initial default will come in. Nothing too aggressive in the T's or the CTs. Flusher's got control of the Brown Hall Zoe. Nico's watching that area, and a little bit of an exchange gives his position away, but we have got a Superman buy for Olofmeister. Tech 9 and armor for him.
Tech 9 and armor. I don't mind it. If my throat sounds a little weird tonight, it's because of, well, I can't say Henry, but you know. JW. People are probably reading that all wrong.
Yeah, right. You couldn't word that in the worst way.
Snappy, good shot, though, takes down JW. Dennis did start it off. We got a 4 versus 4, and it's Dennis above the ladder. For Fnatic, who's normally very, very good with the USP, but how is he when he fancies an alternate weapon, when he fancies the Glock on the T-side pistol?
Well, they will be heading towards inside. They've still got that smoke that we used towards connected by the looks of things here. They're not going to be down the lower ramp like I assumed. And there's only one player there at the moment. It's going to be Nico. So the smoke comes in. Like we said, deploys towards connect. Nico has to adjust himself. Still has vision. Down they go on the lower ramp. He needs to hit at least one of the kills here to stand a real chance. Get the headshot in. That will do. Crim's down to 1 HP. That's unlucky. He didn't find the frag.
Unlucky, but bomb gets planted. Yugi, I thought was going to hit both in that shot. Didn't quite land Flusha, but did snap to get Crims. Brings us to 2 remaining as Yugi continues to try and fire down the lane. Find, I think, it's Flusha. Finally gets Flusha as well, considering the battle started here and transpired by wrapping around the bomb train. But Olaf, he's got 2 back. And Monty's got to try and get to him. Olaf gets 4 in the round with the Tech 9.
That shouldn't be going on.
Fnatic out of position with the
Just want
bomb.
to point out that he's on my fantasy team.
Who, Olofmeister? He's on mine as well.
Oh, wow.
Snap.
Finally, you're doing something.
Yeah, stepping up. That was a round for Heroic all day long. Modi be kicking himself a bit there. Easy shot. Olaf wasn't looking at him. Low HP as well. Whiffs about 6 bullets. All he had in the magazine. Had to reload. Then gets taken down by that Superman. It really did work out for them. And 1-0 for Fnatic. And Heroic, they had such an advantage. Being thrown away. They'll be forced by into the second round. 2 players won't be committing as much. Yugi, obviously, he's the AWPer. And Modi probably wants to have a bit more money going forward after that. A little bit of a whiff session from him. Fnatic with 2 AKs, 3 UMPs, pretty standard buy for them. Default once again, all off towards Ivy. And Dennis will be patrolling above the pop dog area. Modi has a chance at the deagle though. Comes down to the timing, he's not going to fund the 1 dig, but Snappy in towards that pop dog room. This will just be a case of holding up in a default Fnatic, seeing if they can bait out an utility. If they do have it, there's 2 flashbangs remaining for the CTs. They've actually got Snappy on the UMP as well, so let's see if anything can get done here.
Nico away with the deagle in hand. Smoke to go down, cover off the sidewalk on immediate entry for Fnatic. Snappy, the UMP, to try and hold them off. It's Volda, however, they confront first and push him back away from the site. Nico goes down immediately behind him, and it's Crims onto the bomb plant. Snappy may consider just backing off of this early. They're down 2 men already. He's far from the B site, so the rest will try and do economic damage, and Snappy will commit to the save early on the UMP.
Yeah, did some considerable damage there, but only finding 1 frag. Not really going to be enough, especially with Snappy trying to save up with the UMP as well. He'll be towards T-spawn. Olofmeister going on a bit of a hunt here. He's got the AK. It's a bit of a risk on his stairs as well. Snappy will see him before he has a chance to take him down. There he is, shooting his toes, and if he had a fall back on 30 HP, probably stay alive as well. Snappy won't really be able to commit to this. Smoked out. Yogi finds a kill towards Crims. He's actually towards CT spawn. He might be able to pick up another SMG. He does indeed. 2 UMP saved in the next round. So they might as well save those now and try and challenge and farm some cash if they get a couple of kills with those weapons. That's $600 a piece, as the desk was kind of bringing up. And what do you thought about the weapon in whole? Obviously, did you see that graphic Jason posted about the UMP had the second amount of frags compared next to the AK, right? But
Did you ask me what I think of the desk?
No. What do you think about that graphic Jason posted? I'm not sure if you saw it. It was like basically the AK had the most amount of kills, then followed by the UMP. But to be fair, you can buy the UMP on both sides. So it's difficult to take that as a real stat, right?
That actually is the fair point, because you would have expected the M4 to be second, obviously, and then maybe the AWP. But
because the AK, if you're T or CT, CTs will always try and get the AKs as well. So obviously that's going to be #1 weapon. The UMP you can buy it on both sides. You can buy it in the second rounds against eco players as well, right? So it does kind of make sense. Obviously, it makes a bit of a point, but the fact you can buy it on both sides kind of does make that a little bit the grey area, you know. Anyway, this is a pause.
Tis pause.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I agree. It is a bit of a gray area. I still think the UMP needs some nerve. I mean, look, if you're going to make the P90 have only a lesser kill reward, why not do the same for the UMP at the very least? That seems like a simple fix to, like...
In terms of the economy situation?
Yeah, it would discourage people to use it from using it so much. Like, right now, it's, like, highly effective and a huge reward.
Yeah, I think if you just...
I don't think that's the solution I'd go for. I would nerf the weapon, but I think that's one way to look at it.
I think getting rid of the kill reward, that would at least sort some of the issues out. It wouldn't make it so viable every single time, right? Anyway, they've got 2 of them this round. Snappy and Yugi. 2-0. Not really much you can do in terms of a force buy. JW can feel this push coming in towards main, though. They won't take too much damage from that grenade whatsoever. And that was their chance to pounce. Didn't find anything for it yet, but we'll have a look where the UMPs lie. Both outside by the bomb train. Modi backing them up as well with the Desert Eagle. That's a nice boost there. Might be able to get a kill. Yep, definitely does. Takes down Olofmeister. He's by himself, strangely enough, pushing out towards that Ivy position. Gives his frag away for free, and potentially a weapon as well. I'm not sure what he had. Probably a UMP. Oh, he had an AK in the previous round, so that would make sense.
Volda's trying to get the shot all the way down long toward T-spawn. It's Dennis, however. That comes out on top as JW starts to probe out spots as well at control. And good control at that to take down Yugi. With none other than the UMP.
There it is. So, bomb down, no kids. Still with that UMP in hand. Snappy, if he can find a kill and save that weapon, that's the most ideal situation for him. Doesn't look like much of coming in. JW is kind of sniffing around towards the connector position. Nico waiting for him. And JW doesn't really fancy it right now. Flashbang comes in. It's a little smoke to protect himself. He gets in a decent position. We've seen some good things of him recently, especially at Katowice itself. Like, he looked great, to be honest. Like, one of the players we haven't really watched or cast that much. And Train, especially, he would remember how good he was in that inside area. Like, single-handedly finding 2 or 3 frags most of the time they came there. It's pretty cool.
Very cool. JW still searching and hunting down for Nico, but he'll get the kill instead. Tries to get the UMP. Don't think he did. He did. Okay, yep. Yeah. Looked like he was stuck up on top of the train stop. The rail bump.
Well, he gets a gun.
Non-technical term.
Yeah, he gets a gun for free going into this round. So it's pretty near 0 for Fnatic. Their money's kept fairly modest. So you can see Fnatic, 2 players on sub 2,000, and JW even less than that with the AW purchase. We'll see whether they can pick up the first gun right here. I predict they're going to run away with this game. Just from what I've seen in the form, it seems like they're looking very confident at the moment. It's going to be a fast tactic towards Pop Dog by the looks of things as well. Dennis going in first. Might get taken down by a nice shot to neutralize the Snappy there. And they're going to commit towards the outside bomb site.
Olaf will push and continue. Oh, look at Valda. He's actually made contact with 2, and he'll kill both of them. Flusha and Dennis go down. It's Crims and JW to get the response. Bomb planted and all of that, thankfully.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's a problem. JW missing a shot, but Olaf able to respond. Continuing in the form that he is, Crims will walk out and get Yugi, and it's now a 4th round for Fnatic.
So that's a very common strategy for the T side. You've heard me talk about this a million times. The fact is, when you have a Force 5 in the CT side on the 2nd round, you know they won't be necessarily fully equipped in terms of incendiaries, maybe not even the full array of smokes. You know, it's good to be throwing in a fast round there, maybe stop some SMGs the CTs might have, and try and take the risk. They won't have the AWP. They did have the AWP, but decent set-piece smokes coming in from Fnatic. Fast play towards that popped up position when that first kill comes in as well. It's going to be a bit of a snowball effect. The CT's trying to rotate back into the bomb site with the smokes are down as well. They're going to be segregated, and Fnatic is overwhelming them. Valda tried to do what he could with the M404, found 2 frags, just wasn't enough. The AWP coming into clutch as well had no kit, so that was always going to be a rough round for them overall. 4-0 for Fnatic, and the CZs and PT50s coming out for Heroic in round number 5. In terms of a stack, they have 2 players towards Ivy, and Olafmeister, they're waiting patiently on the right-hand side, and they might be able to get a refrag on him. Decent flashbang, and actually take him down clean. I was about to say, he gets 1 fully blind somehow. Modi, there it is. The refrag comes in, so they've got something to work with here at least. But Crims, he's made his way inside and opened that bomb set up, and the bomb will be planted indeed. AK probably is prepared to the next round, I would imagine.
I would imagine as well, but strange things have happened where Valda goes for a challenge in this point in time. You can't necessarily say that it's a foregone conclusion that AK will be grabbed. Snappy will go lead the charge in from CT and the opposite approach. This should allow him to at least give information to his teammate trying to back away. Oh, Valda wants more, Henry.
Yeah, he's feeling it.
Pop shot doesn't land. Crims knows where he is. Nade. That's going to make this all too easy for Crims to expect. There it is, AK down. Yeah, nice shot to find the AK. Snappy to try and pick that up, of course. Might just do that. There it is. So not all is lost. It is 5-0 Fnatic on the T side. That's a rough start for Heroic, but they should have enough money here. The maximum loss bonus coming in with the AK saved as well. The AWP can be dropped by Nico, and this is where the game really begins now. They'll have a full buy coming in, and I'm sure the pace will be kind of slowed down to a point where it's not going to be full-on rushes from Fnatic here. You're with the AWP, and we're excited to see whether Nico can step it like he did in Katowice with its inside play. He was very good at it. So he normally plays that position completely by himself, no backup at all. And he's actually very good at moving around and predicting whether they'll be coming from upper or lower and finding multiple frags. He might just be challenged this time. He goes towards the lower ramp, and Crims and Flusha trying to hunt him out here. They'll be smoked out for now, but he'll fall back. Well, indeed, Nico. To Taz. That's the spot. That's what I'm calling it.
The Taz spot.
Taz spot. Penetration through the wall from a few bullets.
Did it hit Crims? Was he there for it? Yeah, must have done.
Yeah, put him at 52, so I would assume that's 100% accurate. It did indeed hit Crims, Henry G.
Well, Snappy's rotated over. This will be a full inside execution with Snappy finding the first frag. Nico, we said he's so good here. Can he find multiple frags? He can. 2 for him. It's going to be the man advantage for the first time. Quite a while for Heroic here. Incendiary to slow down the bomb plant, but it hasn't reached quite far enough. And it's up to JW and Flush now to defend against the ensuing CTs.
JW will look down the lane, pre-scope, no noise to reveal, but needs to make sure he's considering the right side. Can't flick fast enough, excuse me, as Modi take him down and leave Flusha remaining with a Molotov already in front. Can't bounce one himself because he doesn't have it, so that, you're right, should be indeed the round. All 3 staying alive would be massively beneficial as well. 2 Heroic. Get 2.
Yeah, Still an expensive round for Heroic. A lot of reset potential here. Can see Nico and Snappy, though, more than enough to buy. They didn't carry over an AWP as well, so they're going to have to reinvest in that. So this will be a rough round if they lose this one. We'll see what happens. Round number 7, Heroic do manage to hold off the inside execution. And like we said, Nico normally stepping up. They found 2 frags and gave his team at least a decent chance to retake there with the man advantage. So Heroic have finally arrived on the scoreboard. Need to win this round, though. Could mean 2 in a row. Let's see how much money they've got left over. So Valdo's got 3K. It still would be a double eco situation, I think, if they lost this. So need to win it with a clean round of that. A change of pace for Fnatic, and Flusher once again finds a kill towards the inside area. We said Nico likes to play that by himself, and he pushed aggressively towards the lower ramp, got taken down. Flusher, as you can see now, didn't have to commit whatsoever, and that's going to spread the defense a little bit thinner. Snappy is forced to go to inside and leaves Yuggy and Modi patrolling towards Ivy. Modi with decent lineup, but Crims, he goes one step better, and he manages to find a 5-on-3. Yuggy now really got his work cut out for him. I'm sure we'll get sound back momentarily. I'm sure it's fine.
Well, Snappy will sit back, fall away to the B site. And he's just going to try and keep this, but it's going to be problematic in doing so. You can see it on the minimap. You can see it on the X-ray as well. Immediate right, already occupied. Going to be a confrontation with Olaf. Who's going to get the kill? Snappy.
He does. Fast run there from Fnatic, almost gifted the kills though. They have 3 players towards Ivy, Flusher watching inside. Nico pushes in, gives his kill away, and then at that point, CTs have to react, have to face a bit more, try and find a pick, and it was up to Modi to try and find it at the Ivy position. They had a boost going towards that server area. He was looking to it, it was a bit of a one-way smoke. He was actually watching it, but the gap not quite big enough for him. That kill fell away from him, and they won't be saving a weapon at all. 6-1, heavy reset now for the Danes. 2 players on sub $2,000. Has to be pretty much full eco. They might be able to force into the next one. I said it'd be double eco. They can certainly buy next round with the 99 they get. It'll just be a very kind of average buy. Probably would have much Valda can drop an AWP over, but that hasn't exactly been working amazingly for them. 6-1. This is getting to the danger zone. We'll see what happens. 4 players towards outside, and a fast play from Crims. They're getting into Olof's position. We'll see whether he can find anything here to open things up.
Snappy starts to look in behind the E-box. Crims has the angle instead. Crims is going to look down the lane as well as he swaps sides, but they're going to get a lot closer. Takes a significant amount of damage from the first player. Doesn't know Yugi is above him, but Olaf does get one. He goes down now as well. Kills favor at this point in time on the way through to the site. Heroic, as JW with an AWP has to be very careful not to get pushed. As Nico as well is going to try and flank them out. This could be costly. Is anyone looking in that direction? May not matter now. JW, though, gets a shot, but Nico's able to get Dennis and back away. Fakes the ladder, but now realizes he's alone. He's going to go for the long rotation instead.
Yeah, if he gets a weapon in that scenario, maybe he's got a chance of winning this, but still on the default pistol, so far removed, no kit, there's not really a chance of him doing anything with this. Maybe he gets in a sneaky position, gets one more frag out of it. That's probably best case scenario at this point. He's getting towards CT spawn. That could be something, but the amount of time it's taking him, I'm sure Fnatic will be away and see Flusher on the minimum now, just checking it out, and JW is as well. They're actually both going to be looking at that area. So Nico, his days are numbered. We'll see whether he can do anything with this. Sneak Spy might be able to find an AK. All the confusion, but apparently not. Gets another ding towards Flusher, but unfortunately that weapon not too good at the real range. Your Silence USP. So 7-1. It's better the situation I thought. I said it might be a double eco, but they've kind of balanced things out with a Famus and Nico on a UMP. I have managed to bring out an AWP for Yugi, who's had a quiet game so far. I can't really remember any impact from him so far. He's at the bottom of the scoreboard on 4 kills, 7 deaths. Let's see whether he can get rolling here at all. Nico, like we said, normally playing inside by himself, just down to that SMG as well. Might have to push that lower ramp once again. Good nade from Nico. Look at the damage he's inflicted there.
Yeah, that's huge. Such a great spot to nade, isn't it?
Yeah.
If I could throw a little hand grenade into any spot, that would be it. JW's going to back off after a little pop flash down the ladder. They choose not to push. And Olaf gives up Ivy, so what's the play here? 2 brown hulls, bomb near it. But no one really prodding, at anywhere else on the map. Straight contact onto A, try and force rotations. Bomb heading back to ladder at the least, but it's going to be a very frontal approach to the site. They won't have anyone to try and draw the CTs back toward the Ivy position. Makes you wonder, Henry G.
Yeah, it's another rough round for Heroic here. Haven't really found too much apart from that initial HE grenade. Yugi, we want him to step up. There's only one kid available as well. If Nico goes down, he's towards inside. The one planted out, so this could be a nightmare for Heroic to hold off. They lose the first frag once again. Olaf, who looked amazing over in Kiev, finds one, goes down to the hands of Snappy in the end. 4 on 4, still the advantage towards the CTs. Technically in terms of the HP, with JW hitting more and more shots here. Same story for Crims, 4 on 2. Nika coming in with the SMG now, the AWP. It's going to be a real rough round, but just find a frag back. Make that only one, and down he goes.
Yeah, and that's going to be it. Fnatic is rolling, looking like they did in the group stages.
Exactly. They looked really hot there, right? They actually were playing as good fundamental CS, and Jumpy's actually incorporated some strategy in there as well. He's got some nice executions going along with it, and they're finding form in terms of that was always the thing with Fnatic. The individuals, right there. Olaf Meister says for a long time the world's best player, like inarguably. It was actually so good to watch him, and now we saw some of that kind of old form returning over in Kiev. It was like amazing to see some of the shots he was hitting. I was like blown away. Some of the one taps he's getting with the AK-47. And JW as well. He seems to be finding some great form once again. Finding that kind of old play style of being not even so much a dynamic AWP, like in the sense like someone like Device, is just the crazy AWP, does the stuff that doesn't make any sense and makes it work. That's what we want to see from him, and he's starting to do that once again. Another EK for Heroic here. 8-1, lost the half on the CT side. It's still one of the most CT-sided maps we have in the pool. And this is not looking good. PT50s, Deagles, CZs, Yugi just down to the USP. Third stage loss bonus, they'll get $2,100 on top of this if they lose this one, which is very likely. But the headshot comes in, flush it down to 12 HP. It's a full set outside commitment from Fnatic here, though. Very unlucky, they'll give his round away. Lots of damage across the board here. Yugi should be dealt with momentarily. There he is.
Burn away Yugi, indeed. Olaf will go down immediately after. Dennis gets another kill with flames, so finally Crims uses the good old-fashioned bullets. No chemical warfare here.
Back to the politics.
Well, you had to bring it to politics. I just memed it, Henry. Dennis gets snappy.
9-1.
Maybe some people didn't know the reference.
Possibly. 9-1. Heroic now with a buy. Maybe a double AWP set up. I think that would be the call I'd make at this point. Nothing's working. Let's get 2 turrets set up. They're not going to try that. We'll see whether they can hold off for another few rounds at 9-1. And Fnatic, still the AWP, tons of cash starting to build up at this point. Obviously on the CT side as well, you have many different options. You can go for the first pick if you want. If you're getting overwhelmed everywhere, maybe push towards Ivy, get something rolling in your favor, just get anything that's holding in default. If you're losing every single duel, you might as well give it a go. Dennis outside once again. Let's get tagged for the extra box this time, down to 14 HP. Hoping the AWP faces again, which he does, but he'll also get the better of him. First 2 frags coming in for Heroic this time.
Yeah, it certainly will, Yugi, though. Ooh, good shot. Finds JW. Backs off, though. It's Nico to get Olaf.
You can see Fnatic getting very cavalier with their approach at this point. No smokes down lower ramp, just walking down there and hoping for the best. Like, getting a bit carried away with their victory so far, perhaps. That's not really how you play train, to be honest. Like, running down lower ramp, absolutely nothing, and just hoping for the best. But still, they have a huge lead, so not the end of the world. So plenty of money to buy into this round as well. 9-2, and Heroic finding 1 for first time in 4. Need to start converting these into strings of round, though. You can't just keep winning 1 round and again reset. Otherwise, you're going to end up a scoreline like 13-2. Did manage to keep 3 players alive in the previous round, so that's better. Orb towards inside this time. This is what we wanted to see. A bit of mix-up. Leading towards that lower ramp, trying to find the first pick. JW's waiting for him, though. Through the wall, headshot. Good night, Yugi. Good lord, that was a nice shot from him. I want to see that from his POV if we can.
You're not allowed.
I'm going to request it anyway.
Well, you're not allowed. Good shot from Volda will get Dennis. He's going to take over A main as a result of this, so Heroic strike back early. Volda taking the initiative to try and get some map control back, or at least level it and then fall away. So, decent job done. Had to make a play. Flash will go in. They may make a secondary play, but it goes a little bit deep. So JW keeps full vision. Tunnel vision at that through the AWP scope. It's a little optic tunnel. You get it?
I did get it.
Okay, cool. Just checking. His Flush is going to try and work his way into B instead, but a Molotov goes down and tick onto him. He backs off. A very minor amount of damage. Significant amount of damage there from Nico, though. Crims,
he's good.
Gets hit. JW, we did see it in the top right, or maybe you didn't, but I'll let you know. He did find a kill on the A side, though, and therefore they're going to take the bomb back that direction. It's Maudie, back green train toward Ivy that has to shut it down. Bomb drop for 42 seconds to work with, and he turns around. Good awareness to find Olaf. Coming in from Ivy late. Gonna try and hold this position toward the hitch as well as JW continues to push. Dodges yet another flash.
Here he comes.
Shotgun AWP. Madi's ready for this. Oh, what a shot!
How has he done that?
That is ridiculous from JW, but he's overlooked the position where Nico is. So Heroic will finally string back-to-back rounds together.
Just about. JW, what a shot that was. Let's have a look. I want to see if we can actually see him now. How fast is that? How has he done that?
What is this man made of?
Is there a slow motion play? No. Oh my God.
What?
I need to see him like 10% speed. How has he done that?
Those are two of the sickest shots ever.
Yeah. I think that looks more like a pre-fire. Like, there's no way you get that sort of accuracy in the headshot as well. You must know that that's a possibility in coming to pre-fire. I'm not sure.
Yeah, if you don't see anyone, you might as well shoot it, I guess.
Yeah,
miss
like, that was
every
so
shot
fast.
you don't
There's no way you
take.
can react like that. That's insane.
That's ridiculous.
Anyway, they have managed to actually break down the money here. Slightly a Fnatic. They are going to be... Is it a full... It's no, okay, so a partial buy for them. So this Tech-9's a smoke. This will be down low ramp. Here it comes. Flash going to drop that. One flash in. They know that Nico plays it by himself. He backed up a Yugi did some with the AWP. He might be... Oh, goodness. So the fact they're going down before the smoke balloon, that was a bit risky, but it's going to be Nico to mow them down. He gets 2.5 frags. Dennis to finally get one in return. The bomb should be planted here, I think. No HP on the planter. Does go down. And we'll see whether Olaf might step up at this point from low ramp. I doubt he can.
Shot through. Snappy will manage to collect onto Olaf. And a defuse comes in, so Heroic with life late will get a third round. This starts to reap the rewards of economic benefits. However, the problem is that Fnatic had enough money built up they can buy yet again, and they're already onto a third round bonus, meaning, all right, even if they start to lose, they're still going to buy. So it's pretty much impossible for Heroic to get a smooth sailing end of the half. It is possible, though, to get 9-6, which would impress me at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. They get 9-6. It's actually not too bad if the way this thing kicked off. Well, we'll get into it. No all for JW this time. That has been a thorn in their side. JW is going to be very quick out main entrance. A lot of Fnatic players opting for this position. Not really that much consistency to it. It's spawn-based play by the looks of things, which is absolutely fine. Valda, though, might overlook this. He'll push in, and JW just about spots him.
Yeah, he did that.
Oh, he's going to knife him.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, what are you doing? Okay, thankfully. I was very scared, but JW shows me that I should not be scared and just accept that he is a master. Madi will walk out, try to get two lined up, but Olaf gets the shot instead. A little bit too snappy on his aim as he panics to the right, can't find the man on the inside of the smoke. JW with the assist, Olaf with the kill, Crims to follow up, and Yugi the only one remaining. Yeah,
finding that kill doesn't really help him out, I'm afraid, because it just gives away his position. It was a 5-on-1 regardless, the bomb will be planted. And going into the next round, round number 15, the reason I'm pointing out, they should have some money to work with. They're only get 1,400 on top of this. So if he saves the AWP, they'll have a decent buy. If he doesn't, could be a bit of a problem. Finds another kill. Olaf Meister drops 3-on-1 now. Might as well hunt him down, Fnatic. We'll see where they can do it. It's going to be Crims getting his way towards CT spawn, trying to block him in. Actually not interested in the kill. They just want to smoke him up by the looks of things. They're not really committing towards it. He's holding strong in CT spawn, and what a standard Fnatic round that is. Spread out across the map, everyone trying to find a pick. Who's got a good spawn, make the way out main, and just try and knife people, of course. Still get away with it. Ace, though, for Yogi, potentially. Oh, just can't find that no-scope. Yogi takes him down. Well, Flasher takes Yogi down, as you say. So have a look at the money. Yeah, so 2 players can certainly buy, and 2 cannot, and then one's completely broke. Here's the replay of the knife attempt. Oh, God, it's so scary. He didn't get that kill. He'd be kicking himself, but he did get it. Double digits for Fnatic. And in terms of the final buy, 1 AWP, a CZ for Modi, a UMP for Nico, and then 2 M4s, and lacking utility across the board as well. Final round of the first half. JW hits one once again through the wall. Why not? Nade might take him down as well. This would be such an alley-oop. Oh, it doesn't happen. He's at the Valda trying to make something happen towards inside. He also cannot get rolling at all. So Yogi legs, and a huge advantage for Fnatic at this point.
Nico gets inside of the smoke and fires a bullet. That'll give away his position, and therefore it takes down Flusha. That's who actually might give away the position. I was speaking from Nico's perspective. Listen, guys, it's all part of the meta of casting, all right? Just to mess with who you're talking about. Nico will turn around to find Crims as well. He's done very, very well in that position. He'll swap over the gun to a rifle now, and it's all Heroic in this particular round until Dennis is able to cover off the lane, get behind the train. Take down Madi with a shot to the brain. Dennis will get back in front, though, and find Snappy. They're suddenly pulling this round back. It's 2 versus 2 again all of a sudden.
Bomb's still down. They've got some smokes to hold it off for a little longer here, and you'll get with the AWP. That's going to help them out somewhat. Up against Dennis and Olaf Meister. Quite the formidable tag team duo. We'll see where they can pull it off. 40 seconds to go. one ending towards T-Spawn, and the CTs haven't exactly capitalized and maybe pushed towards above Pop Dog. Oh, they have. Nico's there. I beg your pardon, it's happened. This is what they should be doing. Got this area completely locked down, huge advantage, and he's been spotted though, Nico. Now he's in a bit of trouble. He's on low HP already from that initial tag from JW, and Dennis, oh, he gets absolutely wrecked. Molotov on his left, has to face on the right. Low HP, Yuki now, dead. 11-4 in favour of Fnatic. Heroic there, starting to come back with 3 rounds in a row towards the latter stages of the first half, but ultimately Fnatic, as I said, going into this one in great form right now individually, and looking like they're hitting every single shot. Nothing too flashy in terms of the executions, but enough in there to find us some decent rounds. We'll take a quick break and see whether Heroic can come back here on Train. Do not go anywhere.
Well, we get back into things. It's been Fnatic controlling the pace of the game. In fact, despite a small resurgence, that's the word. Not a renaissance period.
I was going to say, that's a bit much.
Yeah, that's a little bit dramatic. Yeah, a little resurgence. It goes to 11-4 for Fnatic.
It does, and they've looked dominant throughout. Some decent rounds of Heroic to get them 4 on the board, but that's just not going to be enough against the force that is Fnatic at the moment. They're looking so good. Overall, kind of getting back to their former glory, and we'll see whether they can continue that. It's nice to see them on an upper trajectory right now, and they're going to be deadly at one point. It's like G2, the same thing I'm saying about G2. It's not a matter of if, it's when it's coming. When are they going to be dominant once again? Yep. And they seem to be making light work of Heroic, and the problem is they're on the CT side, and it's the scoreboards for you. Olaf Meister in the charge of JW. JW hit some nuts shots there in that first half, like some ungodly stuff. That was kind of sick. Anyway, Matthew, pistol round going to mean a lot here. I'm sure you agree.
Yeah.
It's going to mean an awful lot of Heroic.
Yeah, traditionally speaking.
Lose that one, you're in a bit of trouble there, especially with Fnatic on the CT. Yeah. So they're just getting ready now. A bit of warm-up in the second half. Heroic didn't really impress me as much as I was hoping for. This is one of their kind of staple maps out of it, so they did some very good work there. But here we go. All resets, and we'll see whether Dennis, possibly the best USP user on the entire planet, can step up here and find Fnatic get another pistol. It's been a while since you have one of those absolutely insane rounds from him, like the one we casted on Cash. I can't remember if that was against, but do you remember that from like the events he came? Got like all 5 in the rush. Those are the kind of rounds we like to see from Dennis.
Yeah, I don't mind those. I mean, that's the rounds that Fnatic fans like to see.
Inside rush, all 5 players, let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4 down the ramp. And 1 going to the upper corner. Madi, the one that's up there. Olaf starts it with a headshot onto Snappy, however. So it's Valda to take charge, try and get near CT spawn. Olaf going to bait back out some shots. Valda and Nico, though, hit them. And it's low HP for Flusha, so Crims bails him. Thankfully, JW gets Nico. Still a chance at it for Heroic, and the fact that Flusha has gone low, but they've opened up access back toward the bomb. Smoke gonna go down, and they spot out Yugi already, so no element of surprise for him to spray into the smoke. Good shot above to find JW, though. His movement was reasonable. Better shot from Crims on the bomb immediately with the kits. Flusha gets the kill on Monty with 1 HP, and they pick up the round on the Fnatic side.
Even when they lose the first couple of picks as well, you think, okay, Heroic definitely gonna win this round. All of a sudden, these crazy one bullets come in, and Fnatic's overwhelmed. They look like a lot of them are jumping around in full movement speed as well. Still hitting, of course. And it's going to be 12-4. Straight away, I think Heroic, yeah, I was going to say, they probably need to force buy here. Most teams would force buy in the third round and try and build up the money, but at this point, with this far behind, you probably need to make something happen right here, right now. It will be UMP and a mixture of upgraded pistols as well. Desert Eagles, PT-50s, Tech 9s. They've got some armor to work with, and 4 smokes. It's a relatively good buy. Probably want to do a full outside execution at this point, which they will be setting up for. Idea is get the bomb down, push through with those Tech 9s, and see whether you can get anything going at all. Pretty unlikely they'll win the round, but maybe they can just get that plant in, and it won't be the end of the game necessarily if they lose the round. They get the bomb plant in. If they don't, that could be the GG straight away. Need to get the plant. That's the first objective there.
Smokes go down, complete wall. Crims sprays through them, however. You said bomb needs to go down. Maudie's going to try and do so right now, and he should get away with this inside of the smoke. Does. As he'll back up as well with the UMP's bot in aggressively, of course. My favorite way, my favorite motto in life.
Very true.
Aggressive, of course. Yugi, ooh, hello. It's the first shot, but Olaf does strike back with an immediate effect on the FAMAS. It's going to go to 13 rounds for Fnatic, and Heroic stuck and limited onto 4 still.
That was quite disciplined from Fnatic, though. They got the first pick, and they knew the bomb plant was possible, but instead of running through the smoke one by one, they waited for the rotations to come in. They knew they were going to win that round as long as they wait and make sure they go in together, which is fine. The bomb got planted, but it still has to be a full eco here for Heroic. They'll buy some upgraded pistols. They have no armor, though, presumably. 14-4, very likely at this point. As we get into round number 3, this might be quite a quick game. Heroic. I don't know why I felt like Fnatic would blow them out of the water. I just felt like it was the right night for it after what I saw.
I had the same feeling. It's why I picked Olaf.
Yeah, and do you know what? I got the exact same team as Jason, right? And then for some reason, wouldn't let me hit. I said he got it 5 seconds before me. Then I went to get it. So you can't afford that. You can't have Jason's team.
Oh, because you're too far. I know that's the one system that I don't know if I agree or disagree with. So the better you do, the more money you have to spend.
Is it really?
I feel
that's why I'm getting stitched up.
Yep. I feel like it should almost be the other way around, because that way it gives you a chance to equalize.
Well, everyone should have the same money. How about that?
that's the easy way. But yeah, the more you earn, it's like there's a percentage of return based on the players that get points based on what they're worth.
If you get a cheap player, they do really well, you get more money.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's like an ROI. I don't know the algorithm for it.
I'm so bad at fantasy. This is the first time I've ever done it. And actually, we did it at PGL years ago. Like when we first started, when we did that.
That's true, yeah.
I was sucked at it then.
Years ago.
Oh, 2 years ago.
It is true. It's true. I've been going to Star Ladder events now for a 3rd year. Olaf tries to hit the shot on Volduck, manages to get 2. But yes, that is true. It is years ago.
I sucked at it then, I suck at it now. So I need to work on my strategies.
You're better at predictions than I am, though. We determined that.
Yeah. But this round was quite a clean-cut affair. Fnatic will find 14-4. Just Nico now with a bomb. He's towards inside, but locked in from either side. You can see he should be a matter of time before he's taken down. He might get a cheeky 1 DK. He's very good with the deagle from what we've seen. But JW, he bests him with the Mag 7, and 14-4 comes in. And here's the replay of some famous work towards Valda and co. And Snappy it is. Taken down by Olaf Meister. And it's round number 4 at the second half. One more full match point for Fnatic. I think we have Cobblestone next, which is another good map for Heroic, but haven't really arrived here on train so far. Maybe it'll be more of the same.
Yeah, more of the same. JW, more of the same. The shotgun's going to get in below the ladder one more time.
Look at Crims.
And Dennis.
Oh, God, the timing's so perfect as well. Just as they commit.
Oh, but they get JW down the sandwich.
It might be.
It has no top bun. The lettuce can run free, and Crims is going to run into the flames. That's the problem.
You're out of your mind.
Have been my whole life, mate. As Volda gets the shot back into Olaf, Madi will do the same. It's going to be a great round for Heroic this time around.
Yeah, it was looking so potentially deadly for them as well. That perfect push from the CTs inside. The timing was down to T, but they had awareness of it, and they Molotov the backtrack to manage to avoid danger there. So a big round for Heroic. Unfortunately, doesn't really do much in terms of the money for Fnatic. They got tons of it. They can even get an AWP if they want to as well. So no further away in danger than they were before, but we'll see where they can string a few rounds together, maybe whittle down the Fnatic economy and give themselves at least a chance of making the scoreline a little bit more competitive as we get into round number 5. Olofmeister with the AWP. That's the weird thing about this team. Doesn't seem to be clear the main opposite. Obviously it's JW, but every game it seems to change up in terms of who fancies on the CT side. Like Dennis can do it, Olof can do it, Flusher, JW, they'll chime in at some point. Not normally Crims, to be fair, but we'll see whether this works out for Olof. Outside execution. This looks like a fake to me. As the smokes go in, trying to bait out some rotations. Actually has worked. There's actually no one towards inside right now. Just Flusher at the connector with an M4. That's not going to be the most effective weapon, but he makes it work. Gets a single kill. Does some damage to a second player as well. And Olof rotates in with the orb. No armor on him as well. Needs to be careful. I think this is the first shot.
So bomb planted as JW wants closer. Flash over, lets Body peek, however. And he'll go down an immediate effect. Nico in behind the train as a flash hit the sky. Dennis gets caught as Nico peeks the other direction. This is good in the post plants from Heroic in the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, they've looked decent.
And look at this from Volda as well. Down goes Crims in front of him. May not even matter that he flanked them all out. As Olaf tries to escape, needs to hit the one on the op. To do so, he does. Volda goes down.
So Operation try and save the AWP at this point. Another good round for Heroic there. They said they'd string some rounds together. Making a good case to do so far. This will be the money gone for Fnatic as well. But Olofmeister trying to save the AWP. He's in CD spawn. They would have assumed he went towards Ivy. That's where they're trying to check out towards, but they won't find him. So Orb saved, and Fnatic could force if they really wanted to. It's not really worth it when you're this close to winning the game. I'm sure they'll go for the more conservative option, but he's get some PT50s and Deagles to go along with it. That's exactly what they'll do. And Olof, he can single-handedly win this round if he wants to. If he goes towards upper platform, if he gets that first pick, rotates towards connector, just trying to find picks all over the place. I'll have a look where he goes to at the start of the round. He's in the connector for now, probably watching main entrance, and gets flashed. And let's take another inside play from Heroic once again. Modi trying to show some presence in that area. Flushes alone. He's only got a PT50, so not really much easier to do about it.
Modi will pop a flash down the ramp into the ward Flusha, who only has the PT50 to work with, as you made mention of. You always make such good mention of the economic situation. It's like you're an accountant.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing. But unfortunately, the way CSGO is going, it might not matter soon. I might be out of the job.
Yeah, why? Why do you say that? We just went to China. We're about to take over the world now. We're finally going to beat League of Legends in the Asian market.
It's true. Maybe this is what we need. I just mean in the sense of like the economy doesn't seem to be that much of a factor anymore in CSGO with the UAE
I see.
stuff.
That was a good joke and I missed it.
Yeah, right?
It was good.
Yeah.
You did well there, Henry. I'm proud of you. That, ooh, okay, I thought that was an HE. That was a Molotov. If that was an HE, it would have been enough to get the kill, but Monty goes down either way. Trying to push up to find Dennis, and Volda locked off by said Molotov. May not even make it to CT in time to catch Dennis, but he's posted and ready with the AWP.
Yeah, just trying to stay alive and hope people start to push him at this point.
Oh, this is an interesting push, though. Dennis has to read this and get it right. Okay, I thought he was going to swing in from behind him.
Yeah, he's fine. They've lost track of him. So he will save the AWP. It's good work in that respect. The Orb didn't really have that much impact. I think Olofmeister got 1 kill with it, but didn't really affect the outcome of the round, did it? And the Orb is going to be saved. Down it goes, and a buy comes in Fnatic once again. Like we said, Heroic making the scoreline more competitive at this point. Just kind of very little chance of winning the game considering Fnatic on the CT side, but still haven't found match point yet, so there's always a chance. Might as well keep on tracking and see whether you can keep breaking the economy and potentially find yourself, when it gets to double digits, you start believing at that point. So we'll take it round by round. Number 7 this time. Molotov towards main entrance. The Orb watching that position once again will be in the hands of JW this time. Full buy, of course, for Heroic. Off in the hands of Yogi. Money's still pretty poor for now. You can see Dennis with no utility whatsoever. 1 minute 30. Flashbangs and smoke start to come out as well. Molotov on some key positions of the bomb site. And they're going towards inside. This is another fake, and Flush is alone.
Flush in the smoke. Yeah, this is very interesting. Especially because it would have been easy to run into him going down the ramp, so I think they would have figured that out pretty quickly. And he's going to try and swing. Oh, good shot from Modi. This isn't done, Henry.
Yeah, Modi has clotheslined him, and double kill from Valda as well. Triple kill. It's not too bad. He catches all the rotating players as well. They actually did an outside fake, a very successful one. Considering all the smokes they put down there, fine flush by themselves. All the CTs rotate from outside bomb site towards inner. Valda, he's waiting for them, locks it down. And now we might have a game on our hands.
Yeah, I think we do. They're also pushing down Ivy, which means Snappy could be in a position to find Olaf. He's going to get there in time, definitely. This gun goes down in 3, 2, 1. Got that perfect, didn't I, Henry?
You did.
It's like I had a mini-map to look at.
Yeah. Let's have a look at this from Valda. So this is going, he's trying to find the rotating players, and that doesn't get much better than that. Lined up in that horrible tight angle, a straight line. Didn't even have to aim at that point. Just fire some bullets down there. You got to find some kills. Valda, 16 kills, 17 deaths. Decent ADR as well. We'll see whether they continue this. It's another eco for Fnatic as we get deeper into the second half. Deeper than I anticipated, but the Eagles, a PT50, aggressive push towards Ivy. JW leading the charge. See whether we can get anything going here. Actually gets to the end. Doesn't find any confrontation, but there is a player rotating back in. That's going to be Snappy trying to take him down. I think you got tagged up a bit there. That's 84. Very unlikely JW can finally kill that. There it is, unarmored. Dealt with relative ease. And back towards inside we go, from what I can see on the minimap so far.
Here we go. Gonna go down the stairwell. Crims backs off down toward Ivy. He'll hold position. Olaf trying to get in a deagle shot quickly toward Volda, but it's going to be 14-9, Henry. Oh, Hank the Tank.
Now. Hank the Tank. Haven't been called that since uni.
Doubt you get called that then.
Oh, trust me. By certain people.
Guy roommates. Guy spelled with an A. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, there you go. Nico Snappy gonna pick up kills. Flusha does get one back onto Nico, but it's a 1 versus 4, and that means we are going to get the 9th round.
We are. Fnatic now should be able to buy this. Actually, maximum loss bonus after winning the pistol in the 3-0 after 11-4 half as well. We thought that was it. The 14-mark scoreline came in, but Olaf might just to know as well, 25 kills. He looked great in Katowice and looks like he's continuing that form, but a double up setup from Fnatic. Didn't see this from Rurik in the first half. I thought that'd be the adjustment from them to maybe get a few more rounds on the board. Never saw it. Olaf Meister and JW this time with the sniper rifles. Olaf watching main entrance, and in terms of the CT presence, Yagi is going to be watching passively towards main entrance, as you can see there. Just waiting for any pushes to come through. Does not be happening. Will just be Fnatic on a pretty standard hold. This time Flush has got some backup though. Olaf Meister with him inside. The idea is Flush is getting overwhelmed a few times now. Most people know he plays that inside area by himself. As you can see.
Dennis will clear. No enemies near. They are back toward T-spawn though. They'll sit and wait. Nico holding the tighter angle. I believe his teammate is over his shoulder watching long, so he's got to be careful not to get spotted out by that. Actually, Valda's there as well, so all things should go well in this situation if Fnatic were to overextend. No need to do so. Finally, guns back up. There you go. There's the other angle. Valda would see first. Smokes go in. Fnatic's going to be ready. Forward. No. They hear them. They see them and get ready for it. Dennis gets all 3. Perfect timing. He'll switch over to the AWP. It forces Snappy and Madi over toward the B site.
Doesn't get much better than that for Dennis. Sees the nades coming over. Strikes at the right time. 3-man spray down. We still have a chance in this round though. Modi planting the bomb. Getting a bit aggressive towards Connector as well. Believe it or not, they actually have a chance here. With that smoke down, Modi can find a frag. Just one makes it a winnable situation. Might not happen now. Unfortunately for him, he is in a decent spot. And the first kill was to spray a bit and dealt with. Dennis, let's have a look how he did that. And before the next round starts, that looked great. It seemed like there's that argument, obviously, the fact you can hear grenades being pulled at some surfaces. Maybe that happened. You could hear them coming.
It was just, yeah. If you didn't hear it, then it was just perfect timing. But something seems to me that that gave it away because he was instantly on it. I didn't see the setup inside B or inside A. Maybe someone called they saw smoke high in the sky, and he instantly pushed.
They take so long to bloom, right? So as soon as he sees anything, he's just pushing and taking a strike.
Yeah, but my point is, if someone saw them like right above the wall, then he could have timed it because they wouldn't have been ready with guns at that point. Sure. So I didn't see who was inside of A itself.
Well, there it is, match point for Fnatic after the comeback. Looked like it had a small possibility for Heroic. It's just been shut down a little bit further. 6 rounds in a row now just to get overtime. Unlikely, but we'll see whether they can get anything going here. This is the round to reset Fnatic as well. If they win this one, there is a chance going forward. If they go towards outside, you'll deal with the AWP watching towards Ivy. Smoked out for now is going to be the first. 2 kills coming for Crims. Lovely stuff from him, but a couple in return for Heroic as well. Still a chance in this one. Next frag's huge. Dennis gets it. Adding to the total of 3 for Fnatic so far. They have the advantage. Bomb yet to be planted, but Nico still finding frags.
Good indeed from Nico. Finds Flusha and Dennis all off, trying to get shots back in a 1 versus 2. Reset pending. Bomb planted. Knows Nico, therefore has to, or one or the other. He doesn't know who it is. Let's be real. I know who it is, but knows one of them has to be up close to the bomb. Checks it, drops down silently. In behind the E-box, though, becomes a real problem, especially when he's on off this close. Nico wants to peek it, hasn't yet. Knows he hasn't tapped it. Scope in, though, and out. That's Q for Nico to go.
Yep, as soon as you hear the scope right next to you, you can kind of almost assume exactly where he's going to be and takes him down. So well played by Heroic. You can see all of my step. He hits that shot. He actually did hit it. He legs him slightly through the wall there. If he finds that frag, he denies the plant for a little bit longer. He can reposition himself and have a real chance of winning that round. But well done by Nico and co to actually find those frags. It looked like Fnatic would run away with it. They get the first 2 kills, and all of a sudden Heroic respond. And that was a big one for them. As I said, it's a full reset round. So this could be a couple more before Fnatic can buy. Deagles, PT50s, JW on the full eco at this point. Pushing towards inside is Olofmeister. Deagle in hand. Every chance Fnatic can still win these rounds. I always get too hyped up, and the eco is going to work in their favour, and then all of a sudden a team like Fnatic just wins it with pistols. When you build up this huge storyline that the comeback's on.
Yeah, why would you be so dramatic? Don't write fiction, Henry. Olaf getting the first kill onto Madi. Snappy, though, does hold his ground and refuse to give it up. Olaf will eventually take it from him. Dennis could do better. We know he's good on pistols. That was awkward for a moment.
Yeah, if he gets a double kill there, probably going to happen, but not meant to be. 15-11. Now it is a decent game, and the money is available for Fnatic, but only 4 now for overtime. It's not standing outside of the realms of possibility at this point. Round number 12. Double upset once again for Fnatic. 1 player down to the SMG. To be fair, it's Flusher, and he's actually pretty godlike with the UMP, so not maybe a huge deal for him. Bomb towards inner for now. Could be the fast pop dog push there. We'll see what they decide to do. 3 players going towards brown holes. There's Flusher there alone with the UMP. That would be the place to go at the moment. Olofmeister in the connector, so can back him up relatively quickly.
Flusher will circulate and make his way back in behind the train to watch the entrance. He's in a decent position. Continues to circumvent the inside of the site. All of the trains, all of the positions, all of the things.
Oh,
he's actually going to play top ladder as well with the smoke down. This could be interesting.
Well, Dennis has pretty much just funneled them to go towards inside. They have no choice now. They have no idea where he's coming from. So
the smoke behind him as well. This one dissipates. He's going to be on their backs. He's going to push through immediately to the corner. No, not quite. He's sitting on the inside of it still, but they're down the ramp. He could be hot on their heels or back in their face. He's going to go in their face instead. Thankfully, he does because Crim's gone. Flusha getting one. JW with the other. Is this the end, Henry? Madi doesn't want it to be. As they go back the other direction, though, look where Dennis is. Bombs down inside of the site. Flush has found another. And it's all onto Snappy in a 1 versus 2. Peek, spot. Don't need to fight. Wait for his teammate to arrive in Dennis, because if he starts going back the other direction, a call needs to be made, but he's going to try and bait out the plans. Flush is desperate to try and find him.
Dicey, but there it is. GG comes in. Fnatic, after a considerable lead in the first half, 11-4. A bit of a comeback coming in there from Heroic. Made it a possibility at least. They had match point for quite a while, but they kept their heads above water. But Fnatic finishing things off with the inside bomb. So it's Dennis, they're flanked all the way from Ivy and made things look very easy. At that point, he finds 1 kill. And this is to reiterate, the fact is they can't actually do anything about that. He's watching towards the pop dog area. They've already got 4 players locked in towards brown halls. They have to go towards that area. Flusher, they choose to go down lower ramp. He's in the upper, manages to spray a few of them down and guarantee the round with that UMP. So good work from him. Good work from you, Matt, as well. I've enjoyed the cast.
Oh, thanks, man.
Let's have another one.
Appreciate it. I think it's because in these 2 chairs, we are united.
Exactly. And I guess we'll throw it up to our lineup of dolls over at the analyst desk.
I don't know what any of that was from those 2. It's a little weird. 16-11 is the final score between Fnatic and Heroic. It was off the T side that Fnatic got going. They had a big first half. Just closing it out in style there at the end. It did get a little dicey, but all's good.
Yeah, I love the way on that on any Fnatic T side, when they are able to find that opening, how well they can collapse on the rest of the map as a unit and just swarm territory and make those, follow-up frags. It seems like when they have that number advantage, they're almost unbeatable because they all know how to react off each other. It doesn't seem like a lot of mid-round calls are being made. Everyone just kind of knows their part and knows what they can get away with in a sense, like how much territory they can take off that opening frag, how they can really exploit how the cities are forced to move around, and it's a beauty to watch.
Oh, It is, and it's a rarity, right? You can see people who've had to kind of script it into teams and kind of drill it into them time and time again, and it may not be a natural kind of occurrence. It's like a step-by-step of, okay, well, when this happens, we respond accordingly, and eventually maybe it does become second nature, but with Fnatic, you can still see it being fluid, and it's impressive to watch, and it's especially impressive when you see people like Olofmeister being at the helm of doing it very well.
It's Matt just doing his pterodactyl impression.
It's good. Yeah. But no, yeah, Olofmeister having a good game there. Double AWP seems to be working well with them again. Something we saw on the CT side specifically time and time again.
They enjoyed
not a big fan of the double AWPs, Lauren.
I don't mind it. It's just, the problem is, right, and it's not a problem when you're Fnatic. For me, it's like, okay, if they lose the round, they're probably going to be on a pistol. But then knowing Fnatic, they probably win the pistol anyway. So really, it doesn't actually matter.
So you think it's good that they have double AWPs because even if they lose, they get to use pistols?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good reason.
It's a
I can
reason,
see,
right?
I guess, right, with the AWPs, because they have, I guess, 3 people who they can move it around between, and even Flusher picks it up sometimes, which I'm not a huge fan of.
No.
But if he can use it strategically, that's fine. The thing that's exciting about it is once that AWP appears somewhere on the CT side of the map, it can be so influential because you can find that opening pick and then things just cascade out of control for the Ts from that point. It's just when it doesn't work for them, which I know is your critique, it hurts their economy, it weakens other rounds for them, right?
Yeah,
it's hard to force into that too.
And as well, I think the fact is that you saw when they kind of introduced this initially into their game plan, and at least in the gameplay earlier in the season, let's say, if they weren't able to get to double AWP that quickly, they suffered massively. It was like, well, they could be down 10 rounds until we see anything happening. So again, it's high risk, high reward though. So
I have a reason for that, I think. You can be aggressive with the AWP without needing teammates. Like, obviously, teammates help, but you can just go for an aggressive pick with the AWP, get that 1 kill and fall back because you have the range advantage, obviously the 1 bullet making the frag. Whereas rifles, to do aggressive moves, you need a pop flash from a teammate, or you need a set kind of play. So maybe that is why the double AWPs helps them, because it's not that they don't have teamwork, they definitely do, but they don't it doesn't seem like they have a lot of predetermined CT moves like other teams may have up their sleeve.
They've got the players to facilitate it, so why not do it?
Yeah, sure.
Why not do it? Summarizing that game all in just, what, a couple words? Not bad. That's going to be the first map. Fnatic takes it 16-11. When we return, we're going to see these two teams face off on Cobble.